What is up, guys? Sean from Easy Motorsports here, and today I am bringing you a MX vs ATV Supercross E3 review. Today, June 10th, we were given a preview of the game, and I want to say it was about a 10-minute preview or whatever it was they got to show the game time, and they showed a little bit of gameplay. Didn't answer too many questions, and I have on my computer some pre-written response of what I thought of the game, pros and cons, and basically just wanted to make a video about it to let you guys know what's up if you haven't already saw or haven't seen the video yet. This will basically sum up my opinion on what I viewed and what I'm hoping for being changed and whatnot. But starting off with the pros, and at the end of this video there will be a clip of the game or the gameplay that they had going, so if you want to stick around to watch that, go ahead, or skip to the end and watch it, either way. And also let me know what you think, if you agree with some of the stuff I said, or if you disagree, just let me know. And alright, starting off, I thought the track textures in the stadiums looked really well done. I thought the quality was really good, and that was almost to be expected after the screenshots. You could tell there was a lot of time put into the tracks and stuff, so I'm impressed with that. And another thing, rider bike scaling. There was a picture put up on Facebook of a guy sitting on a bike, and it just looked like he was sitting on a 50cc. Like, it looks way off. The scaling looked really bad, and it seems they fixed that, so that's a plus. Also, watching the gameplay, there's a bit of the bike sliding out the rear end, and if you've played MXGP, you kind of know what this is. Compared to Reflex and Untamed, you pretty much just slid around, your whole bike slid around basically, but here your back end slides out in corners and stuff, which I enjoy that. I think it adds a bit of realism, and I think MXGP did it well, so hopefully they did the same. Track deformation, I thought it looked really good. I thought they found a nice balance between the old games and this. I thought it looked balanced really well, just from the preview they had. First-person camera, I thought that the first-person camera looked pretty good compared to Reflex. Reflex, I mean, you could see the front fender, but you couldn't see your hands or anything, which kind of makes it difficult for me, at least. I don't know, I kind of struggle in first-person. But it looks like they brought the camera back a little bit, which is nice, and I think it'll be more doable for racing with, so that's cool. Another thing, tough blocks. You can see in the video a couple times, I'm not sure if he goes through them or if it's like MX Simulator where you can just kind of, it slows you down but it doesn't flip you and stuff. It kind of seems like that, and that isn't exactly realistic, but it's a lot better than just clipping one and going flying off your bike. So I gotta say it's definitely a nice addition, or a change, I guess, tuning. Tough blocks are more forgiving, and also crashing seems to be dialed back, which is kind of nice. It's not as realistic, I don't think. It looks a little bit arcadey again. You can case a lot of jumps and have not a whole lot of, feedback from it to the player, so I don't know, it's nice. It could be done better, but I think for what they've done with the game, it's pretty good, so that's alright. And that is the end of my pros. I pretty much made this whole list up quick, just to get it out to you guys. So starting the cons off, in the video you can kind of see the tracks are scaled down a little bit from Reflex, but still, in my opinion, I think that they're a little big. I think they're still a little bit on the big side. If you've ever played Reflex Custom Tracks. Jamie T did magic with the Supercross replica tracks. They're just amazing scale and everything. So it's hard to play those and then look at this and say, well, that's pretty good. But I don't know. I think that for a 12-player gate and multiplayer, I think the tracks could still be scaled down a bit. And you can see in the preview that the berms are still massive, and that's another thing in my con list, is that railing berm still seems to be like the only option for people in cornering. I would love to see inside ruts, because it gives you more line options, and I don't know, it makes for better racing in my opinion. Sometimes it can be effective, sometimes it won't, but forcing people to just rail the berms to keep up with others kind of just ruins it. But I guess they want this to be as much rhythm gaming as possible, so I guess taking an inside rut might throw that off. I don't know. But I think that they should still scale it down and give us more options than just full out railing berms. And yeah, so there's that. They added in, one second. They took back the preload system to the Untamed games, or the Untamed game. Check that. Check that. Check that. Cut. And another thing, they took the Untamed preload system and brought it back, which I've stated before, I do not agree with that. I think it's a step backwards, and it's moving towards the arcadey side again, which I thought they were saying they were trying to get away from. But once again, Reflex's preload system was spot on in my opinion. I think that that was about as well done as you can get. It was really well done, and it wasn't exaggerated. You wouldn't just go flying up when you seat bounce, so that was kind of nice. I do not think that going to the Untamed preload system is good for the series. I think they need to get back to what worked really well, and that was the Reflex. And also, I haven't played it, but it seems like it would throw you out of your rhythm more. If you're trying to scrub jumps and stuff, you're gonna have to push up, whereas in Reflex you just slide it over your analog stick, that is. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out, but that's that. From what they showed, it doesn't seem like they have OEM bikes, but that's a 10-minute preview, and you just don't know. There might be some, I'm not aware. Some people might know, but I am not sure on that. So if there aren't OEM bikes, it's not a big deal, but it's still kind of a bummer. And going back to the rear end sliding out, it seems like the bikes don't get much traction once again, which I gotta believe is for all the tracks, but it might be track specific, where, you know, like you got Anaheim being a slick track, and then you go down to the East Coast and they're more tacky, rutted tracks, something like that. Who knows? Hopefully there are tracks that provide more traction, because it can get annoying just sliding out. So yeah, that's not set in stone. I'm not aware. It just needs more time to look into the game and play it to figure that out. But what else do I got here? I got the eject system thingy they added in. I am not a fan of it. Once again, arcadey, and I can say this over and over again, I do not believe in going back to the arcadey style. I think the majority of the MX vs ATV fan base is people who want a more simulated game like MX Simulator, because yeah, you're gonna have a majority of the people playing the game being past or current riders, people that actually ride in real life, and they want it to be, you know, as close to that as possible. I gotta believe that's how it is. And going to the arcadey direction is just the wrong way about it. If you want that, if you want the simulated game, you can go play Simulator, or MXGP kind of does it, but I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on it. So, and who knows, Supercross might actually be a lot more simulator style than I am able to view on that video. So we'll see. I believe Ken stated that it's coming out in the third quarter, and some sites have it now set at like August 2nd, I want to say. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's early August is what they have it at. And he hasn't officially stated whether or not that's right, but I gotta believe it's gonna be around that time. So the game may drop August, and he also said that there will be post-game DLC, which we've known for a while now, but he said there's going to be more variety in tracks, and I don't know. The way he said it made me want to believe that they might try to do a national or an outdoor track, which would be interesting. They also said, or Ken also said, that they would have more free modeability, which I don't exactly understand that, but we'll see. That's way down the road, so it'll be a while before we figure that out. And lastly, for my cons, I had that the physics still seemed a bit off. I think that from what they were posting on the Nordic forum, they said that the physics were getting tweaked in the right direction, but from what I'm able to see, it looks like there's still a lot of hang time after you preload or something. You just float in the air forever. It still looks like that. It's not terrible, not untamed, but it still seems like you're in the air way too long, which is, it can get annoying, but once again, have to play it to figure that out and actually get my hands on the game. So this is all just speculation. If you guys have noticed anything else in this video, and I'm going to play the actual clip at the end of this video, you'll be able to view that. But as for pros and cons, that was my list. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree, disagree, have any other opinions on it, or what you would like to see what you would like to see changed in the game before it actually launches, let us know. And if you find out any other information, just comment or send us a message through the inbox system, if that even still works. But that's all. Hope you guys have a good one. This has been Sean from Easy Motorsports. I'll see you later.